Once again, Wayzata Schools are dealing with an overcrowding issue. The district projects rapid growth over the next 5 years. Reporter Pafua Yang joins us now and explains what this could mean for the district.
Shannon, the surge in students means spacing could be tight, particularly at one middle school. Here's a breakdown. Enrollment at Wayzata Schools is projected to increase by almost 2,000 students by 2023. Of those 2,000 students, more than 1,000 are expected to attend at the elementary level. More than 600 are projected to go to the middle schools and more than 300 to the high school. School officials say Central Middle School will see the most gain. Currently, enrollment at Central is at 1,300, but in 5 years, Central Middle School is expected to have more than 1,800 students, a 42% increase. It has a capacity of 1,600 students.
We will need to be getting very creative with our scheduling or how we use spaces, or we will have had some additions, but we will need to come up with some solutions because it won't, Central Middle School can't sustain that type of growth alone.
This kind of growth isn't new to the district. Over the last 5 years, enrollment increased by more than 1,700 students. As a result, the district opened 2 new elementary schools. School officials say new development is causing the rise in enrollment. There's no timeline yet on what the next steps are, but officials say the growing demand is a good problem to be wrestling with. Shannon?
School starts next week, but with that, a program that makes sure kids have enough to eat wraps up for the summer. The Sunny program usually serves around 8,000 lunches in the summer at Brooklyn United Methodist Church. This is in its 7th year. Sunny staff gave out around 250 lunches every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. They say the program remains vital for the Brooklyn Center area.
Our schools register probably between 80 and 95% free and reduced lunches. So by doing this, our families can make the decision to possibly pay a bill or do something else rather than be concerned about providing a lunch for their kids.
Sunny can always use cash donations and healthy snacks too. If you'd like to help, contact Brooklyn United Methodist Church. Police officers and students from Wayzata High School came together in a friendly competition.
Today is about having fun. Number one, being safe, having fun, and connecting our police officers of Plymouth with our youth of Plymouth and Wayzata.
Members of the Wayzata Clay Target team participated in a series of competitions against Plymouth police out at the Plymouth Gun Club on Tuesday night. This annual tradition is about building relationships and maybe sharpening a few skills too.
It's a really fun way to do like different events instead of just like the trap shooting and skeet shooting that you'd usually do.
With all the kind of tensions going around the world right now, it's kind of nice for people to see that cops are still in good relations with kids, I suppose, at the high schools.
We're told it's always a close match, but that youth tend to edge out the officers because they're more familiar with this style of shooting. The Wayzata Clay Target team is growing too, with both a high school team and a middle school team that feeds into it. There's still time for kids to learn a new skill before school begins this next week. In this year's final edition of What I Learned at Summer Camp, Delane Cleveland shows us one of the most popular camps offered by the Three Rivers Park District.
No one whistle yet, so bows on your toes, please.
It may be the last week of summer vacation.
All right, group 1.
But in a way,
grab your first arrow.
Class is starting early.
Take your time aiming. Take a breath in. Relax. Nice shot.
We're not talking about the kind of class where you're sitting behind a desk.
All right, let's grab our arrows.
No, this is a class where the primary goal,
well, we're trying to shoot a piece of paper plate,
is to hit targets with arrows.
So in this camp, the kids are getting a real basic introduction to the lifelong sport of archery.
Take a nice breath.
Three Rivers offers about half a dozen archery camps every year.
And then step up.
And Tom Nisley says they fill up quickly because it's a family-friendly activity and there's a genuine interest in the sport.
Plus, since the advent of the Hunger Games and watching the Lord of the Rings movies, kids want to kind of unleash their inner Legolas or their inner Katniss.
Yet for the kids we spoke with, popular culture wasn't the driving force behind their attendance.
Well, I'm preparing for hunting season for turkeys. And then for Thanksgiving, we're going to be prepared.
There's a bunch of different ways of hunting. And archery has been one of them that has been passed down from different cultures and has been here for a very long time.
Focus on your shot.
The sport has staying power because these instructors teach these kids the fundamentals.
How to be safe, how to handle a bow, how to aim, how to shoot, how to have a good experience with a bow.
A good experience helps make it fun.
All right, next round.
Instructors say archery is a gateway to outdoor recreation. And the hope is that this sport hits the target.
Grab your bows, put them on your toes.
That way, they keep at it for the rest of their lives.
Straddle the firing line.
In Dayton, Delaney Cleveland, CCX News.
Archery camp is for children ages 9 through 13. Equipment is provided and the cost is $113. At the Minnesota State Fair on Wednesday, the Plymouth Rockers Senior Chorus performed. The director of the group says they like performing at the fair because the audience, of course, is large. Here's a sample from their show.
Come on, clap your hands, even while you're walking.
Osseo Volleyball should be among the best in the area this year. After starting the season with a win over Tartan in the Side-Out Classic on Saturday, the Orioles played their home opener Tuesday night against section opponent St. Michael Albertville. Early in the first set, the back set goes to Riley Steester for the kill and a 4-1 Orioles lead. After a back-and-forth set early, STMA gets on a roll late. Maya Kristozic for the kill here, and the Knights are up 17-14. Great dig on this next play by Michaela Henderson. And then Sin Henderson sets up Sam Palmer for the kill. The Knights close out the first set on an 11-1 scoring run. Second set, Osseo's Kennedy Nelson sets the ball outside to Lindy Ochery for the attack that's off the blockers and down. Osseo leads 15-11. Later, the set goes outside right to Steester for another kill. Orioles up 20-16, but the Knights again close strong. Liv Carroll comes off the bench and delivers some big swings for points. STMA wins the set 25-21. The Knights go on to win in 3. They take the third set 25-18. They improve to 2-0 on the season with the win. The Wayzata girls soccer team has had some good playoff matchups against Minneapolis Washburn in the past. The two Section 6AA teams went head-to-head at Wayzata Tuesday. First half, a Wayzata corner kick by Maya Turner. Abby Brander gets a shot away, but defender Katie Kokanda, a nice play to get the ball to her goalie, Claire Daggett. But a similar play in the second half doesn't work out so well for the Millers. Turner's crossing pass blasted into the Washburn net by the defender. Wayzata has the goal. They're up 1-0. Washburn will tie it up here. The pass out front. Linnea Schott scores. No more scoring the rest of the way. This one ends in a 1-1 draw. The Providence Academy football team will have a lot of new players for the upcoming season. But after a great 2018 campaign, the Lions still have high expectations for this fall. Here's Jason Malillo with today's Prep Football Training Camp report.
Providence coach Colin Rooney has been thinking about the 2019 season for a long time.
Oh yeah, like 7 seconds after the season ends, the wheels are already turning.
Last year, the Lions defense pitched 7 shutouts, but the only full-time starters back from that group are Kim Daniels and Preston Sawicki.
You know, that's going to be the challenge this year is we have a bunch of new guys and they're talented. We got good talent, but you can't replicate experience. You just got to earn your stripes through playing, and you got to make mistakes and a lot of other type of stuff. And last year there weren't a lot of mistakes on defense. They were very sound. They played great team defense, and you had really good athletes playing team defense, and that's what you get. That's how you get those shutouts.
9 of 11 starters getting replaced from last year. So they're going to need to get some experience, but once they get some experience, they'll be in good shape.
In order to help out that young defense, the Lions will roll out a new look offense that will spread the field. Returning O-line starters John Wick, Colin Wynn, and Henry Alt are the core, and junior Aiden Lampy will call the signals.
It's really exciting, to be honest. I mean, coming back from such a successful season, being like third string behind a pretty good quarterback, it's good to finally be in his shoes and lead a team.
I kind of changed the offense a little bit to accentuate some of the talent we have. Last year we had two really good senior tailbacks. I had a big, strong pocket-type quarterback, and I had a great defense. So we played a little more conservatively on offense, didn't push it as much, just control the ball, eat clock, score, but we have a defense that's just stifling everything. Now, younger defense, we're going to be a little more explosive. I'm going to push our aggressiveness as far as play calling and everything with our offense, and you'll see us attacking more to try to help our younger defense out. They're going to give up points, so we got to score more points.
With a lot of newcomers, Providence will likely face adversity this season, but in lieu of experience, Lion coaches are encouraging players to trust their training. Jason Malillo, CCX Sports.
Providence returns 5 starters on offense and 2 on defense. The Lions open the year at St. Anthony Village on Thursday night.